Hello everybody, welcome to episode 1 of my new series, Revered Records, where I talk about music. Today's episode is about Trout Replica by Captain Beefheart and his Magic Band. Now first off, that's kind of a weird title, don't you think? Trout Replica. Those are three words that just sound strange together. But I mean, considering that this is one of the strangest albums I've ever heard, and considering the album artwork, the title's actually very fitting. In any case, I just love saying the album title, Trout Replica. It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? So, yeah. Anyway, here's a little bit of history.
My smile is stuck. I cannot go back to your frown land.
Full disclosure, I'm getting this information from Wikipedia. I mean, the source is given on Wikipedia. Anyway, after releasing their first two records, they found that they didn't quite fit in with their labels. Lucky for them, however, Captain Beefheart was high school friends with Frank Zappa, who had just started his own record labels, and he agreed to produce their next album. He even gave Captain Beefheart complete creative control. Unfortunately, though, this type of control led to Captain Beefheart asserting his dominance over his bandmates, including going as far as resorting to physical violence. In fact, a visiting friend of one of the bandmates has gone on record as saying, quote, "The environment of that house was positively Manson-esque. The band was even barred from leaving the house and forced to practice up to 14 hours a day." However, there is a silver lining here. This is considered one of the best albums of all time. It's even number 60 on Rolling Stone magazine's 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. Still though, that's kind of a dickish way to treat your bandmates. Captain Beefheart claimed that all of the songs were written in a single session. However, several of the members have called bullshit on that statement. Now, the music may sound like a bunch of epileptics just seizing with their instruments. However, it's interesting to note that everything they played was intentional. What I mean by that is, Captain Beefheart wanted everything to be played exactly how he wanted it. There was no room for improvisation. He would come up with music on the piano, an instrument that he had never played before, by the way, and he would have a band member transcribe it into sheet music, which again would have to be followed to a T. They would then stitch the music together so that it would run seamlessly, and then they'd practice their asses off. Finally, they went into the studio and recorded all the music for the album in a single 6-hour session, with Captain Beefheart recording the vocals over the next few days. With all said and done, the album was released on the 16th of June, 1969.
When I trip, fall in ditch, somebody wanna throw the dirt right down.
Similar to the Velvet Underground and Nico, Trout Replica sold poorly when it was initially released. Well, at least not here in the US anyway. Because apparently it managed to get to number 21 on the UK charts. But again, similar to the Velvet Underground and Nico, in the ensuing decades it finally got the acclaim it deserves. In fact, here are a couple of my favorite quotes about the album. I think Matt Groening does a great job explaining how this is one of those albums that you have to listen to multiple times before you finally get it. And I absolutely love Johnny Rotten's first impression. And here's a rave review from one of my friends. If there's anything this record has taught me, it's that you sometimes need to give things a second, maybe even a third chance before it grows on you. And that's why I consider it to be a revered record. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I need a band-aid to the area side. Oh, well, it was worth it. Need a policeman sore from sitting just to stub her toe and view the white bulbs horribly large in the red pockets.
This is a product of our great society.